Well, today we have an episode, or I don't know, I guess we call it a series because it's going to take a little while to do this project, but it's kind of near and dear to my heart. This is actually a house near my house growing up, and it was my best friend Jeff's house that he grew up in. And so now I got to do some remodel in this house. Nice thing is, this house not only does it have memories when I was a little kid running around in here playing, but it also is something that his dad had built. So we're going to be able to see what kind of a contractor his dad was. He had a good reputation. He was a good contractor, and this is a really nice house. I really do like this house. So right now we're looking in the bathroom, and it's obviously dated. I mean, this house was built, I think, in the early 60s. So this is a little laundry chute that they had. I know when we were kids, down below in the basement, you could actually crawl in it. At the time you could, and they've opened that up since, but pretty good size closet, which we're going to try to work around and leave. As you can see, it kind of steps up, so we're just going to try to leave that alone, but we're gonna gut everything pretty much. We've got our toilet now. I'll show you the other side of this wall. This here is a shower that's on the ensuite, and they built that right next to, so it's a tub and then the shower facing the other direction. So we have that, and we have a closet right here that was a hallway closet. And sorry the light doesn't work in here, but it's just a hallway closet. And had access to the plumbing in there. So we're taking that out, and it looks like it was, we were trying to figure out, I think it was drywall that they put like a plaster finish on. So we're going to remove that. And in the bedroom, sorry about the mess, but we had to move a lot of stuff out to clean out these closets. And so this closet, which is double deep, we're going to gut this out. Oh, that's nice. We got a attic access to incorporate somehow. I love that old tile, old BCT stuff. Nice. Jeff laid this tile years ago, and I'm not sure. It probably was just vinyl underneath, I imagine, because it looks like it was lower than the hardwood. But anyway, this guy is real small in here. You got to close the door to get around to the toilet, and so it was kind of cramped. But this shower is like 30 by 32 or something like that, and it's real low, and so it's all dated as FRP on the walls. That's gonna be fun because that's concrete. I've got to bust up that concrete, and I just realized that was a marble threshold right there. Anyway, we got access good in the basement for plumbing. That's great. And our plumbing, our drains come underneath the joists, so we can do pretty much anything we want. But the whole purpose here is these doors are all like, I think that's a 30. I think the closet door is bigger than any of them. Well, those are about like 32s, I think. And but this bathroom door here is only a 26-inch door right here. And anyway, his father has passed away recently, but his mom is in a wheelchair. So we're going to try to make this a handicap bathroom. So we're basically going to try to make two big bathrooms out of this space. Hopefully we have enough room. I think we'll end up with, I think we said 11 by 15? I think it is. Anyway, we'll know when we start gutting all this out if we did the right thing or not. But let's see, that at least looks like a fiberglass tub, so that's going to be easy. That's good. I was wondering about that. I wonder if that was ever changed, because I wouldn't have thought in the day that that would have been a aqua glass. Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes my life easier. So probably the first thing that many people wonder is where to begin. Where do you start? Well, you got to kind of make a plan. So in our case, first thing, we brought the dump trailer, and we had to find a place to put it and park it. So we've got it parked right at the end of this ramp here, so we can come out. Even if we had to with a small wheelbarrow, we could come right out and go to the trailer and dump. So the fastest, easiest, cleanest route to the dump. That's first thing. Clear out any obstructions in your way, like that chair. And then for me, get all your doors off. So I just unscrewed them and we stacked them up over there. Clean it up. Just make it easy. Then all the little stuff like this, all this shelves, rack, all that stuff, like, you know, get all the odds and ends out of here. Toilet paper holder, you know, blinds, all that kind of stuff. Anything that's easy to get rid of and clear out. And then I'd say after that, we can start taking off some moldings, because we're going to change the door openings. So all this trim, we can take that out and save it. We'll put this trim aside. Then save it. I'm not sure what size doors we're going to be putting in here. And we're probably closing this completely off. There'll be a wall here. So this wood trim here ends up coming off. So we decided this whole wall right here, we're just going to eliminate the wood trim down this side, because we're limiting this door. And that way we'll just have to drywall this in and blend it in. So anyway, that'll be all the first things. Just get all the loose things and items, you know, out of your way, that are in your way. And then from there, I like to start taking mostly the vanities, because they're in the way. You know, after you get all these racks and stuff out, get the vanities out of the way. And toilets, maybe, if you don't need a toilet. We're fortunate we have a third bathroom here, so we can actually yank all the toilets, especially since nobody's here right now. House is empty, so it's ours. I love it. For a winter inside project, got the key, come and go as we please. Can't beat it. All right, so that's our list right now. Little things like that, light fixture covers, you know, little working our way through this. My helper today is little Miss Lisa. Brought to you by little Miss Lisa. Anyway, she got a good idea. Get a pan or something like that to put all your miscellaneous small stuff in, because we're going to need some of those covers again. Now, I stumbled upon a clever solution. How do you put rod in when you have two fixed points? So what he did was, come on, get out of the shadow here. There we go. I love it. Now that is using your head. I like it, I like it. Ha. And another one here. Nice. I'll tell you what. Told you I thought he was a pretty good contractor. I figure I better film the artwork. Nothing else for the family. A little girl, a guy, and a fish, maybe. I don't know. Big squiggly. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Dartboard. I don't know. Looks like a stick figure of some sort down here, and a cat, and a star. Well, hey, if the kids had to crayon on any of the walls, closet's a perfect place to let them go in and be an artiste. Well, they look like bug eyes. Like it was a front of a mosquito or something, or I don't know. Didn't finish it apparently. Oh, just measurements. Nothing fun there. Okay, back to demo. All right, so in taking this out, you can see there was a smaller medicine cabinet there at one time. That other one went clear out to here. And this is live all the time. So they wired it right into there. I mean, they must have been unscrewing the little light bulbs when they weren't needing them, because it was live all the time. But being that used to have an old cabinet, and this house, being it's a 61 or so, that shocked me. You just can never, ever, ever underestimate where those stupid things are in a bathroom. It's constant, but at least I didn't get cut this time. We saw it before anybody got hurt. All right, I like the original blue tile. I should say I like, but it was kind of unique. A little rough against that light blue tile though. Okay. Well, we know this one is definitely gonna have razor blades down in it. Not only on one side, but two. So that was probably like the cabinet that used to be in the other one, and they changed it out. And I'm sure that light bar, even though it's separate from the cabinet, I'll bet, or from the cabinet, I guess you call it. Anyway, medicine cabinet, yeah. Anyway, brain fart. That is probably live all the time too, because I think it was on when we got here. Everybody? They used honking nails and some ring shanks, but the ones on this side were actually for like a metal roof. I had the rubber washer on them. And anyway, those just come out of there. Now I looked down in here, and sure enough, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a razor blade. So that hit that board down there, so you know down at the bottom there's more. So we're gonna have to be aware of that. So those just pop out, and then these screw in. What a waste that center is just a mirror. It doesn't open or do anything. So, and I got plywood on that side of that. Oh, I know why. Fireplace. Yep. Well, you saw how quick in time lapse that came apart. I mean, that was only probably about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I mean, so back in the day, they used to use the glue. It's basically kind of like a VCT tile glue. You can still buy this stuff and just smear it on and put like tiles, but it's mainly more for a vinyl flooring kind of a product, and kind of a little bit like liquid nail. And put on a notch trowel, and you can see it really didn't adhere well. I mean, compared to if we'd have put this tile up today on cement board, mudded it on the back wall, the back buttered it, stick it on, and you wouldn't get that tile off. Now, I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful that they did it this way, but it is something they did a lot back in the day, and you see a lot of the tiles coming down. This really wasn't even in too bad a shape except for around there. So I don't know, looked like there used to be a soap dish here. That'd be my guess. They probably originally had a cast iron tub with a soap dish and a big mixer. But I don't know, round, I don't get that one. But at any rate, they changed this tub out sometime and made it sure a lot easier for me. So it's not gonna take too much. There's all those nails. Are they nails or screws? I can't even tell. I think they're screws or nails. They're all rusty. So it shouldn't take much to get this tub out. All I got to do is get the drain unscrewed, and I've got a tool for that. All right, I'm going to finish stripping this up and clean up, and then probably get the tool and get that drain out. Getting this one tore up. So this is what they used to do back in the day. I actually saw one YouTuber did this today, and I don't know why in today's age you would ever want to do this, because this is just a dumb idea if you ask me. So they would pour that concrete, kind of form up the side for a lip, but then they poured this separate. I don't think the YouTuber guy did it like this, but poured this separate, and they put caulking and tried to seal it with part in it and everything else, and it always leaked. But it's no wonder. I mean, water's gonna go right in here and right around. I mean, fortunately I had some pretty good wood, so it doesn't rot out the wood, but it definitely leaked. Don't do this. At least I was able to save that marble. Alright, get this cleaned up, and then I guess we'll probably start pulling floor tile and then getting this FRP. It's just glued on too, so it would come off pretty easily. Ooh, they even put tile in the ceiling. Alright, that won't be too hard. But yeah, this stuff comes right off. It's easy. Jeff said he put this up, this FRP, fiberglass reinforced panel, glued it. There used to be tile in here. And interesting thing, this is all plywood. So originally had tile, as you see I took the tile down off of here, right on plywood. They used to do that in the day where they would put tile right to plywood. And with different, you know, points of
expansion and contraction, a lot of times they'd fall off. So I'm surprised it stayed that long. You figure wood gets, if any moisture, you know, it expands and contracts at a different rate than the porcelain. So yeah, hey, he held up all this time and the ceiling. Like I said, he redid the walls. But most of it come down real easy. This panel here though, he must have really glued the snot out of that one. And I gotta cut that all out. So anyway, little by little, bit by bit. Well, this was about a sin. So this was that old, lovely yellow turning green vinyl flooring that they used to have back in the day. And Jeff's dad paid a guy one day to lay tile, and he just put a little wee bit of thin set over top and laid it right over the vinyl. Wow. No wonder it was all cracked. I mean, it really took me 5 minutes to pull this up. I just went with the flat bar and it just come right up. Wow, unbelievable. Hey, you made it nice for me. Now I'm gonna try to salvage that, hopefully salvage. And I want to salvage the tub too, because Jeff's got those Reynolds and stuff. So I'm hoping that we can get in there and carefully get those nails out. That's gonna be fun. But this might be a different story as far as being in there. Maybe. No, maybe not. Oh, look at that. Woo-hoo! I saved the one from the bathroom. Nice. Add it to the pile. This pile's getting pretty big. But good thing we've got some space to put things. But that's all got it except for that pad, that pan there, and the trim. We'll knock the walls down and see how we can configure this. So I know I keep saying, I told you what FRP is, fiber reinforced panel, but that glue that I was saying about, and it goes for VCT, that's like in the old department stores and stuff. You see those Armstrong tiles that are 12 by 12 and have that little mottled look to them. Those are what those are. Vinyl VCT, vinyl tile. I know it's vinyl something tile. I can't remember. But anyway, for tonight, I think all we'll do is we'll pull that vent. We'll pull this linoleum up off of the floor, and it'll be all ready to just pull the tub and trim and plaster. All right, till tomorrow. Here's one tool though you're gonna have if you want to get into changing any tubs or anything, is this for taking out these grains. And this one's probably brass going into copper, although when they changed the tub they might have put PVC down there, I hope. We'll see. Some of these can be real stubborn, especially if that is brass going into copper. Oh, it's turning anyway. I did one that was really, really old. It had to be, I don't know. That tub had to be in there from the 50s. And boy, did that thing give me a fight. I ended up having to actually go home and get the torch, actual acetylene torch, and heat it to get it. Because I was trying to save the tub. I don't think we changed the tub, and it was just leaking here. And it was a nightmare. Worst one I ever did. But I was able to get underneath it and heat it. There was wasn't even a crawl space underneath to get to either. I cut an access hole in the next room. They gooped that one in there real good with plumber's putty. I would think that they would have changed that to PVC because the overflow tube is PVC. Oh yeah, oh wow. That's PVC, but wow. I think that was a little clog. Oh, mama. Wow. Still haven't found that diamond ring yet. Yeah, someday I'll pull the trap apart and find something good instead of crap. Of course, not literal crap, you know what I mean. This tub should be free to get out of there now. I think I got all the nails. Come on. Alright, well, at least it's moving. We got her on a move. I cleared enough out. They just put little 1-bys in there. Put a little bit of joint compound. But over there they put spray foam and then joint compound. But you figure they probably, they put a little thin set right here along the tile edge. But you know, that was tile, so they probably only removed the first row of tile and put this in without damaging more than one row of tile. So not bad. They had like 1-by boards stuck in there and mudded it back up and worked pretty good for the least amount of damage. But this thing's cracking right there. I tried my best to break it free without hurting it, but pretty hard to do when you've got drywall screws in there that are rusted up and there's no heads left on. Tell you what, just try time lapsing this. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. This is kind you need to have a board here for a lip. They put a 1-by in right here to set this on. And other than that, it looks like it was pretty much all original in here, except for the spray foam shoved down in there. Everything else looks like it was all the way it was. Kind of saved it. Kinda. Oh well. Alright, get this out of here. I think I got a text from Josiah, so let's see if he's coming. Yeah, he slept in. Yeah, he's on his way though, so that's cool. Now this is nice old trap down here, if you can see it. Probably go downstairs later and see it, but at any rate, old copper traps. They used to have lead ones too, that you can take apart. Worked for years. Now we get this tub out of here, and then we'll start ready to bust walls. I ran into on this bathroom, right where the tub was, they had the chicken wire stuff on here, and the old corner bead. But this stuff here is a pain to take down unless you know how to do it. And I was going to show how to do it. And I'm like, oh, I can do the other bathroom, but it's different. We don't. I think that's the only place in here that we ran into that. So anyhow, well, I'll tell you what we did instead of showing you. Sorry, I cut the corner bead, and I take to get corner bead out. What I do is the simplest way: take your claw part. Quickest, easiest way that I know of to get that stripped back like that. Rip the corner bead off, then get in there with a flat bar along this edge, shove the flat bar, hammer it in there, pry back, and because that chicken wire is just nailed to the studs. So the easiest thing to do is just start here at the corner edge, pry it out, and you can pull the whole sheet off. So it's not like it's the end of the world, you know. If you try beating off all the plaster off of there and everything, and it's actually got cement, really, is what it is, you're never going to get that off. So anyhow, that's what I do too, is I'll take a chisel and I'll chisel the corners down and crack them along there. Then I pulled this one off, and then for this piece, I just came on top and worked my way down and just pulled the whole sheet off. So you can see it come off the whole sheet. So anyhow, I was going to show you, but it all happened so fast. Get to the plaster now. Well, it's actually a drywall. If the rest of this is like this, I figured it would be. These old sheets were a lot smaller than our 4x8 sheets, and they ran them this way. I don't know, early version of drywall. But anyway, kind of makes it easier to take down. Moving on. Look who showed up!
Finally back to work.
Yeah, it's on the scene. A little bit different. So, this being all plywood is a pain in the neck. So I just took the reciprocating saw, sliced it, and that way you can take it and rip it out of there. Because they nailed the living daylights out of it, of course. But at any rate, that seems to be working. Slice it with a razor blade and have it away with the reciprocating saw and hack it away. I was worried about up here. It looks like that ceiling went up all the way at one time and they had some kind of light fixture to fan it there. But I was wondering why they blocked this down in there. I'm still not sure why. But I was worried that there was something going on up there. And we had our stick pipe here that ran down for the sink. And we've got this big one over here for the toilet, so we'll have to work around that. I mean, I can always bury that somewhere and I'll put it back up in the attic and tie everything together, so it's not the end of the world. But about the only thing that'll be really funky is that attic access in the closet. So once we get all this ripped out, we'll figure out our game plan. I'd say it's coming together, but I think it's coming apart. So getting these boards out around all these pipes and everything. What I did on like anyone's all around those pipes and stuff like that. This one I can slide off, but yeah, I can't line a pipe up now. Anyhow, what I did was I took the reciprocating saw, cut the, so that's the hole there. Just cut carefully right next to it and not hit the pipe. Take out that piece, take out that piece. Boom, you're done. You can do that on electrical wires too. You just gotta be very careful. But as you can see, we got that concrete out of here. That was great, came out in one piece. And it wasn't really hardly attached. They had changed that little piece with PVC for the drain, and it was just like epoxied in there. Battered it around a little bit and come right out. So I'm tickled. I'm tickled. But we just set it on the wheelbarrow and wheelbarrowed it right down the ramp and into the trailer. But that was a precast. I thought they might have made that, but they didn't. They bought it. That's actually, for me anyway, it's the first one I've seen. I didn't know that you could buy them. But you know it's precast because you can see how it was on a form and pre-made. So that's kind of interesting. It's a heavy girl. And they had like metal screwed into it to attach to the studs, but that was all rotted out. I mean, it just came right out. That was no problem at all. But as you can see, the trailer's getting full. We're getting down there though. But everybody likes, oh, demo's fun. You know, yeah, yes and no. It takes a lot of energy. It's a lot of work, but hey, you know, got to keep wearing a dust mask and try to do what you can to keep the dust down, but it's pretty bad. Gets everything all dirty and nasty.
So I get asked quite regularly when we're doing a demo about walls. Which is a supporting wall and what is not a supporting wall. Now in this bathroom, we already took this wall out right here. There's a few ways that you can kind of tell whether we got a supporting wall or not. Now in this case, this one was not a supporting wall. You can see it's even kind of sagging down. This is just a nailer across here. But if you can see here, our rafters are running this way. So a couple things you can look at before you even tear anything apart. One, look which way the roof line runs. Now you see this room is pretty open. Okay, so it's a free span. They didn't need us in any supporting walls. But this part of the house, the ridge actually runs this way. Over in here, our ridge runs this way. So if you can get attic access,
you'll be able to see which way the ridge runs. Now this one here, like I say, you see it runs this way. There's your ridge up there. And if you look at the way that they framed this, you can see this is pretty open, but you have these making an A-frame here, and interestingly they bolted those back in the day, big bolts, and then they come down here and they bolted them as well, and that's carrying the support. Over here, interestingly, they just put little little plywood pieces in there, fill it in. So that one is actually carrying load down. This guy is going to carry load because he's bolted at the top and bottom, and he put little color ties up there in the middle. Anyhow, so this is pretty well structurally. You can actually see over there how that runs the other way where it turns, like I was saying in the living room. But anyway, looking at that, we can pretty much tell that these walls are really not carrying much at all. So this wall and that wall, I wouldn't tear both of them out, but you could tear one of them out without any problem. So if this, again, if the wall runs along with the rafter, then you really don't have any load like this one did. You can tear it out, don't even have to question it. For 99% of the time. There might be a rare occasion, but like this guy, here's another thing I kind of do. I kind of tap on the walls and get a feel for it. You can kind of tell it's not loaded. If the whole thing moves, if you start tearing out your drywall and everything, and you can just about knock that stud out with ease, it's not carrying any load. Now you also can see they didn't even put any headers in above the doors, although they did triple up that area right there. So we could safely probably take this wall completely out. So that's pretty much how I reason on whether or not it's an actual load-bearing wall or not. And there's probably some other tips and things for that as well, but for me that's a rule of thumb. Which way the peak runs, and if there's anything like even below, you can follow that. If this wall down in the basement had a wall underneath it, then it's a good chance it would be load bearing. So anyway, I hope that helps. Okay, we're going to stop the video right there. That's pretty much it for demo. At this point, we were talking about the wall and why it's a load bearing wall or not. So we'll find out in the next video why that's so important for us to know whether that's a load bearing wall or not. But I'm not going to spill the beans as to what we're going to do yet. In fact, why don't we let you guys guess? Comment below what you think we're going to do with this bathroom. We'll give you a couple little hints. But Jeff and the ones that know what's going on through this video, don't let everybody else know what we have in mind. Let them guess for themselves. So hopefully you guess down in the comment, and we'll see you next time.